Alex here with a high conflict child custody video on expressing rage. This is a video that I've only decided to do because I started to notice that I get a lot of questions from people on how I take the emotion out of what I'm doing. And I think I come to the conclusion that I've given people the wrong impression, and that the impression that I think I give people is I'm different because I'm not emotional, or I mean, I guess I'm just like very logical. What I want to tell you guys is that I do express the rage. I imagine that anyone who is a truly caring person who goes through one of these high conflict child custody cases, whether they're a personality disordered abuser or just someone with severe emotional immaturity issues, they're going to be pulling your strings, they're going to be pushing your buttons, and they are going to be triggering responses from you. In fact, there's a lot of channels out there that actually discuss that this is one of the things, one of the tactics that these people engage in, namely that behind the scenes they will abuse you, and then in front of other people you'll be the one that blows up, and so they'll look calm and you'll look like the crazy person. And I guess this is something that they warn you about in court, where the abuser can be at the table with their attorney, and the abuser is like cool, calm, and collected, very comfortable in front of the judge. And the victim is either like frazzled and super shy, or they are frazzled and like crazy sounding, angry sounding, emotional. And they can look like the unstable person even though they're really not. So anyway, there's a lot of channels that already deal with this topic. They already talk about this. But what I wanted to tell my viewers is, yes, I do actually express emotion. And yes, there's a lot of rage behind what I went through with my high conflict child custody case. Rage that I do still feel to this day. I just don't show you guys because that's not constructive. Like going off on my ex into an angry rant on camera, in fact, probably falls into the trap or the pitfall that a lot of those other channels warn you about, which is you just end up looking like the crazy person. You just end up looking like the unstable person when you do that. In the court papers, it's not going to help you. You're going to lose when you inject that stuff into your court papers. And so, I mean, eventually you get to the point where you focus on efficacy, you focus on success, because you're going to court because you're trying to win, right? It's not just something for you to do as a sort of therapy session. So for all of these reasons, the rage happens, but it needs to happen in a place that it's not going to impact your case, a place that's safe. It's interesting that I've come to the conclusion that you do still need to express these emotions and the rage. Anger and rage, I think, stems more from justice, a sense of justice, a sense of right and wrong, than it does from anything negative. Hatred is different. I do think that the emotion hatred does have roots in very negative, dark places, and that isn't really going to be very constructive. But hatred, which is different than rage, but rage, which is different than hatred, actually can be a way for you to vent all of your frustration. Places to do that would be obviously not in front of other people unless it's somebody that you trust. Maybe, for example, a therapist, something like that. Definitely not in the courtroom. Definitely not in communications to your ex, because that's actually not going to affect them in the way that you think it will. I talk about that in the video, Hide Emotions from Abuser. Please watch that video if you haven't seen it yet. Anyway, try and express these emotions in places where only trusted people are going to see it, or where nobody's going to see it, because I do think that you still need to vent that stuff out of you. You need to get those feelings out. I do have those feelings just like the rest of you. I just don't show it in the court papers, in my hearings, or on camera because of all of the reasons that I explained previously. So yes, I am not a robot. I do have more than just logic and emotionless responses, but I try to focus on what the role is of what I'm trying to do here with the proper person, and that is to help you guys get through your cases, to help you guys understand the legal system. It's not that I'm trying to use you guys as a sort of therapy session for myself where I vent to you guys what my frustrations are. I hope that this video has come off as a constructive video to you guys. I hope it let you guys know that you're not weird for being different than me, because you're not different than me. I have all the same emotions. I just show them in other places. I don't show them on camera. Anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to post them down in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time.